Welcome to Games Are As, yet another Johto walkthrough, this time Mahogany Town Gym. That's where I'm going to start from, defeating them, and then going to go towards Ice Path and Blackthorn Town. So this is the first opponent. If you want to fight them all, then the first one is on the right hand side. You just have to follow the ice until you get to it. And to be honest with you, I can tell you this straight away, I have not done very good on that first opponent. I'm actually going to just barely win against him because for some reason, Christie, I should have maybe tried to set up a little bit better with my Gyra, but I didn't, and I nearly died here. I just gonna make it through, but I promise you my next ones are not gonna be as bad as this one. And this is also because I haven't been actually leveling up any of my Pokemon. I just been keep going through it and keep using simply basically just one Pokemon throughout so far, my Gyra, and it was enough pretty much most of the time. And even now it's still gonna be enough, as you're gonna see in a moment when I'm actually gonna get to the gym leader and when I'm fighting against another two NPCs that are still in Mahogany gym. And it's only 3 of those you have to beat. I mean, you don't have to beat them, there's only one you have to beat in order to get to the gym leader. But I always say, and I like to make a habit of things like that and defeat all of them, because they bring you more money and they bring you more experience. It's always worth beating them simply to help yourself. So now I'm trying to finish him off with my Gardevoir, which nearly worked. And now all that's left is to just finish it off. But even my Magneton, it wasn't quite able to finish it off, so it's literally going to go to my last Pokemon, which is my shiny Rattata on this account. And fortunately for me, he's got the Sucker Punch, which always goes first, which luckily for me it was enough just to finish this off. And to get to the next one, you need to go back on yourself again. I'm actually going to quickly heal myself. I'm going to heal myself pretty much after every single one of them, but I'm not going to show you that. And there is another opponent now, so I'm going to have my Gyra again coming out and fighting. And this time I'm going to be a bit smarter, and I'm going to set up my Dragon Dance simply so I don't have much problems with them. And there we go, Waterfall was enough. And now I have only one more Pokemon to quickly defeat. And of course Moxie ability is going to come in play now. So I'm going to simply go for Earthquake, the only one that is fairly effective. The rest of them wasn't really effective, and there we go. Emmet is being defeated. And again, you have to go back on yourself if you want to fight the last one. And again, I just sort of went quickly to heal my Pokemon, because the Poké Center is literally next to it, before I fight the last one. And I suggest you do the same. Don't forget, especially just before you go to fight your gym leader, don't forget, go and heal yourself. If the Poké Center is nearby, no point wasting potions and revives and all sorts of things. Might as well go and do it for free in Poké Center and save up some bits and bobs and save up some money. And again, my Gyarados is in play, and he's going to do fairly well. Moxie ability is already in. I've already set up a couple of Dragon Dances, so these Pokemon should not stand a chance. So now we have Delibird just to defeat, and now basically I'm ready for the gym leader. This is sort of how to get to him. There's a little bit of a maze when it comes to the rocks and ice, so you sort of have to find your way through it. And there we go, here is Price, starting with Glaceon. I've evolved evolved Eevee, and I'm just gonna set up my Gyarados like I always do a few Dragon Dances, make sure that I'm strong enough just so I can sweep through them and make myself make my life easier, and just simply defeat them as quick as possible. So there we go, Waterfall done the trick. Now we have Weevil, which is a little bit more difficult sometimes. Unfortunately, I lost my accuracy. The Glaceon actually used the Sand Stream and he actually caused me -2 accuracy, which is actually no good, because that can affect a lot your Pokemon and you can literally miss one after another hit. I've been getting a little bit lucky here, I must admit. I actually been hitting quite often, some of them missed. Unfortunately now my super effective move is Ice Punch, and the Ice Punch itself is already lowered accuracy, +/- accuracy. Unfortunately, I haven't even hit him, and the Hailstorm finished me off. So now I have to again make do with the Pokemon that I have, and most of my Pokemon, well, they're not exactly the level that you would like, but because they trained, because of all my effort value points are properly trained, I still have a fair advantage. My Pokemon are still fairly strong, and now I got a little bit lucky because I managed to burn the one of his Pokemon at the end, and I'm gonna try every possible trick in the book to defeat them. And don't get me wrong, I will. It just hasn't happened the way I would have liked. And these Pokemon are barely level 40 and above, and they're still managing against level 60s. So I should be fine. And so should you if you have a few decent Pokemon in your arsenal. So now I'm going to get my Gardevoir out because the Magic Leaf is actually super effective against him. So I'm going to use a few Magic Leaves, plus the fact that he's burned is going to help me a lot. The problem is with this Pokemon, it's a water ice Pokemon. So some of the moves that normally would be effective on ice Pokemons are not quite effective on him. But luckily for me, the other moves are more effective because it is water one. And this should be fairly simple once I get out my Charizard out, because my Charizard should be super effective on him with the fire move. That is a flamethrower, and that should do it nicely. So there we go. I nearly killed him. The flamethrower is technically not even the right move because it's a physical attack, where the Charizard is usually a special attacker. But my Gengar finished off the job. So there we go. The gym leader has been defeated, even with my under-leveled Pokemon. And this is pretty much this is the 7th gym, so there's only one more left. And I'm still capable of defeating them with under-leveled Pokemon. So it's not so bad in Johto, guys. So I hope you think the same way. If you have any doubts, then have a look how I do it. It should be alright. Now, of course, I had to go and heal myself because otherwise I'm going to regret not doing so. There's going to be a few NPCs that you cannot avoid really in order to get to the next town. So here is one, Damien. Coincidentally, that's actually my name, funny enough. So yeah, it's actually quite funny he's there. So yeah, we got to defeat Damien now, and then on the agenda is going to be a couple more NPCs, and then we're going to hit the ice path. And the ice path, it can be a little bit tricky. You have to find your way out. It's sort of like a maze in a way. If you haven't been there yet, then you're going to see, of course, it's sort of, there's another NPC now that you cannot avoid, Bjorn. Luckily for me, it's sort of like ice and electric Pokemon. All the moves that I've got are super effective against them. But you will see in a moment how to get through the ice path. And it's not really that complicated, to be fair. I haven't actually been through the ice path for ages because I don't really use it. because once you get to Blackthorn, you can actually get there by ferry, so no one really travels through the ice path anymore, unless you want to go there to hunt some other Pokemon, because in the ice path you can find the Swinub and Sneasel. So two interesting Pokemons. There we are. The ice path is here, and I'm going to quickly guide you through it. I'm just going to use some of the repels, just so I'm not getting stopped constantly by other Pokemon. And here it is. I just typed in what you can actually encounter, so there it is. But anyways, I will try to avoid as many NPCs. This NPC that I literally just encountered, well, it could have been avoided. I've sort of walked in front of him by mistake, or I should say her, Anna. And like I mentioned earlier, you can see there is a Sneasel available and Swinub. So there you go. So yeah, in a moment we're gonna get to like icy patches of the ice path. It's gonna be like a sort of like a maze. It's gonna have a lot of rocks set up. So there is a certain patterns that you have to follow in order to get through to the other side. If you make mistakes, then unfortunately, well, you're gonna have to sort of try to come back on yourself and start again if you do it wrong. So guys, stay with me, stay tuned and pay attention, and I'm gonna show you exactly how to get through it. And like I mentioned, I haven't been through here for ages, but somehow it's sort of still in my head. I've done it a few times previously, so I'm sure it's going to be fine. So let's just quickly do this. There's only the Cloyster left now, which is going to finish off my Gyra, but that's fine. I'm just going to finish him off with my Charizard. Just going to throw a flamethrower at him, and that should be enough to sort it out. And in the moment we're going to get to the sort of first sort of ice maze, but first I'm just going to use the repel to keep all those wild Pokemons away from me. It's not that really much left, 25 steps, so yeah. Oh, there we go. I haven't actually used it, that's the thing. So there we go, I'm going to use it right now. Don't want to be keep interrupted by them. So there is the first one. So you go up there, then you go left, go up, go left, down, left, up, and right. And that's how simple it is. And you're on the other side of the first one. I'm going to go around the NPCs as much as I can. And I'm going to use another repel just to keep them away from me. And there is a ladder you gotta take to go down, get on another floor below, another ice maze, but this one is fairly easy. All you gotta do is just to the corner and down, and it's gonna get you sort of all the way to the bottom. And now this one is a bit of an interesting one. Just make sure you look watching up here, down, left, up, right, and you over there. You're done through, and up the ladder again. And we almost, there's the pretty much, this is the last ice maze. So go left, down, right, and down, and you're through. And we're in Blackthorn City. And this is the home of the last gym for Johto before you can go and do the Johto Elite 4. And of course I'm going to quickly go heal myself. You've got a shop here, and here on the left you've got a mining vendor. If you've done any mining, that there it is. I actually haven't done any. And here at the top there is the Blackthorn City Gym, which I'm going to defeat and show you exactly what's about in the next episode. And as you can see already, as Lava suggests, you can sort of figure out what sort of gym that's going to be. So guys, thank you very much, and I hope you enjoyed the video, and don't forget to subscribe, don't forget to smash that red button if you like the content, if you're following my walkthroughs. Thank you so much for watching guys, and see you in the next one. Take care for now.